Well, hello. I'm back to do some streaming, sending out all my little alerts across social media. Alright, well, this will be the third art stream I've done. So, I'm going to do some digital color today. Um, I went ahead and finished those inks on the picture of Ego playing the guitar with the zombies, and gonna move into some color. It's been a long day. I've been working on a book, putting it together, artwork, layout, design, and well, I hit it pretty hard today, trying to power through as much as I could, and my brain was fried a little bit. So, doing art is always not just good therapy for me, but it's also good practice and something I need to do. So let's get to it. Well, let me show you this. This is what I've been inking. So when we start, like right now, oop, there we go. Let me move this mouse out of the way and get started. So yeah, I did a little bit of I didn't mean to work on it between streams, but gotta do what you gotta do, you know. Let me move this out of the way. I got all kind of a stack of external hard drives here that I've been digging through. All right. Well, let's have a look. I've got it broken down into several layers here. The frame. I did the hand, especially the one fretting the fretboard on a separate layer. Then I've got ink for Ego, which is the rabbit, and then the ink for the two zombies and the background. So, I believe that I am going to start with Ego. So let me choose the layer under him, and let's call it Ego Color. There you go. And for those of you who may not know, Ego is the main character in a webcomic that I've done. I've been working on for a while. I haven't messed with it in a couple of years, but I got the first story complete. So it's called Sweet Dreams Are Made of Worms, and you can check it out if you're interested. Um, Go to charismakills.com, go to the website link, and it's one of the many incomplete projects that are there. All right. So Ego is a grayish rabbit. I have a picture that I used to sample from to try to get his colors the same, but I don't have it. But it's okay. I'll approximate it. So the magic wand tool is not going to work for this because I've got too many unconnected lines. And well, why do you have unconnected lines? Well, I like it. I like the texture. It has a texture to it that I enjoy. I love ink. I love inking. I love black and white comics, even though I'm coloring. And I love that texture and feel of just inks. So I don't always close the lines. and I leave little mistakes and stuff like that in there. You know, Bob Ross, he says you can do great things with those happy little mistakes. All right, let's close this off. Okay, let's see. Boop. All right. Do some touch up on it. Get around the areas missed. Hey, Diamond, how are you doing on this lovely day? You'll be happy to know that I worked on the Weird book from the time my feet hit the floor this morning until probably 2 hours ago. And my brain needs a break. Whoopsie. Let me finish closing these in. I like to work in, I'm not necessarily going to work in layers on this, even though I should, but I like to start with what's going to be like behind all the other colors. I could be using the selection tool now. So Diamond, if it looks a little different from the other day, it's because I went ahead and cleaned up some of this stuff, and I wanted to go ahead and move into coloring on the stream. Alright, I do see a slight bit of an issue I need to fix with the ink here. So let's go to Ego's ink. See if we can get this to work a little better. Yep. Lock it back. Always got to get in the habit of locking these layers when I'm not on them, because I'll do shit like that. Alright. Once I get all the little loops closed, I can come in here, pop it. Alright. Okay, so that is all the ego fur that is visible. Now I like to give the colors in a watercolor like texture. So that's something I've been messing around with. So I do these shadows and highlights with a watercolor brush. Oh, and let me lock this transparency lock. So I just turned on transparency lock, so I'll only be able to color on the pixels that have color. In other words, I can't color on these. Well, you can't see that. I'm only going to be able to color on the gray. Here we go. Let's increase the size of this brush. Alright. Ego doesn't sleep much. because he has bad dreams. So he's got this darkness to his eyes. All right. All right. Let me determine. I think the light will be coming from the the topped, the top left hand. So, in case you're wondering why I stumble on my words quite so often here, is because I'm monitoring the Twitch sound in my headphones because I'm always nervous that the audio is going to go crazy. So I hear what I'm saying in my headphones like a fraction of a second after I say it, and for some reason it can cause me to get tongue tied. All right. Let's darken these in. Hey Diamond, if you're still there, did you get a chance to look at that stuff I posted in the weird Discord? I rushed to put that together because I lost. I lost the original file. I guess hmm, there's a touch of white in there. You know what? Let me turn the transparency off because there we go. Okay. Yeah, I know it's a lot of stuff, and I hate to do a big info dump like that, but the first 2 pages of it are stuff you kind of need to know for when we do character creation, but the rest of it is this setting info, which you can find useful for making your character or when we start the game. Because I find it really helps if especially for weird, especially for the St. Cambion Oakhaven games. If you have some basic info on the setting, especially the frost apples and stuff like that, because they're such a big deal. All right, gonna start blending these colors now. I like this sort of watercolor texture it gives. Oh, and Diamond, I'll have hopefully I'll have chapter 1 of the book finished up for everyone tomorrow, and I'll try to get that out. All right. All right. This is another area where I can get lost in doing these highlights and stuff. So let me just. Let me not get hung up on it. Yeah, I got all the artwork in it, all the examples done, the little tables and stuff. So, all right. Let's do these eyes next. I am going to do the eyes on a separate layer. No, I'm going to save that for last. Let's get with this shirt. Alright, he's wearing a cog shirt, and a cog shirt is black. Let's turn his transparency off. Okay. But I don't want to make it super black, so I don't want it to blend in with the ink. Let's try that. Let's grab it from the blue side. There we go. See how that works. Let's see if we can magic wand it. Yep. Boom. And boom. Alright. I'm going to have to fill the rest of this in. Yeah, I worked on that book so much. Ugh. I think it was cooking in my brain. All right. The shirt. Whoops. All right. Let's see. Go ahead and add some highlights in there, I think. So let me go. Because not too much, not too much. Because the light is coming in from that top area, top left corner. Let's save guitar for its own layer and start on these pants. All right. He's got just some denim pants on. Needs to be a little darker. All right. to close in some holes on that one. Yeah. I mean, I had been working on it since the Witches of Hollywood, updating it. See, this is the first time it's actually going to be in something close to its final, I guess, final product. It's always just been text. So, and there was a lot of stuff we changed or needed to be updated from the playtest with Billy and Lindsay and Rick, Brian. First, I got sidetracked with a vacation, which, I needed, but then sidetracked by a hurricane, which I didn't need. Then a trip to visit family for Thanksgiving, only to come back to find that my computer was cooked. So yeah, it felt like the universe was working against me on that, but now I'm back on it. And yeah, I'm excited too. I'm excited to try out all the new stuff. And it's also fun to see how new people tackle the game. Alright, let's go ahead and do these boots. Like the shirt, they are black, but I don't want to go too black. So I don't want to blend. Wow. Actually, it's probably going to end up being almost all highlights anyway. So it's probably kind of pointless what I'm doing here. Well, it's 3 players right now. I had 4, but one of the players just couldn't do it. Period, because of the like none of the days would work for him. So that's all right. I'm gonna get him in on another one. Two Wolf said his daughter might like to play. I don't. I've never played with his daughter, so I don't know. I don't know her or anything. So, but if we just have 3, actually that's not bad, especially for a play test. Most of the time, especially with the Awakening of Newsom, actually, I don't know if Newsom has ever had more than 3 people play it. 1, 2, 3. No, yeah, it did. The second, the yes, the second playtest had 4. It just sounds a little more blue than that. a little more gray. Let's try that. Alright, that'll work. And I have made some changes to this will be the version 4 of this game. I gotta tell you, I'm actually really excited about your character choice, marine biologist. It's just it's so fitting. I hate to keep talking about it because I feel like I'm going to give something away, but like my wife has played Newsom, and I told her, I said, "You'll never guess what Diamond is going to play," and she was like, "What?" Well, she doesn't sound like that. She don't do the what, but she did her version of what. All right, let's get. Whoops. Get this metal. Ooh, I don't know if I like that color on those boots. Let's see. Whoopsie. Probably gonna come back and change that color for the boots. Hey, I wonder where the hell. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's not going to work for the boots. So let's try that. A little better, but a little too gray. Needs a touch more blue in it, I think. Yeah, I think that'll do it. Okay, and these on his toe chips are a little darker, so let's pop those in there. Actually, they should be like a brass color. Yeah, I'm excited for you to play it. I will say that I'm going to do some things a little differently. Because like I did do I did make some changes, so I don't know. The game is supposed to be dangerous, right? And I think that I've been a little lenient on the characters in the past. So, I mean, I'm not going to try to kill the group, but I don't know if I'm going to go super easy. In the beginning, yeah, but once everyone gets the feel of it, I don't know if I'm going to go super easy on you guys. I mean, again, I'm not going to aim to wipe you out or anything, but all right. Not necessarily sure I'm digging all that, but you can always come back and change it later. Let me get there. shadows in there. Yeah, I don't want you to have to make a new character like every game. And I don't know another way to say it other than I think that this this last round, this last playtest session was I think the characters had a much easier time of it, especially in the Witches of Hollywood. Witches of Hollywood is meant, it's supposed to be brutal, 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 and I mean it got a little brutal when they got into the woods, but they actually missed quite a bit of Witches of Hollywood. Um, that would have been super intense. They just didn't bite on some things. That group that group had a habit of not biting on things. But they completed it. Well, I'll say this: I want you to care about your character, and and I care about your character, and the game world cares about your character. I don't want you to ever feel. I don't want anyone that plays weird to feel like they have a uh, you know expendable character, and they'll just make a new one because it's one thing I don't particularly like about Call of Cthulhu. It's can be difficult to get invested into your character because you're gonna go bonkers sooner or later. There's only so much madness you can take, but I got a little too much. This dark blue. I don't think so. By the way, if anyone's watching this, or if you happen to be catching this on a video, say on YouTube or whatever, I am not a professional with Clip Paint or Clip Studio, so I know that I'm not using it to the fullest extent of its capabilities. So feel free to feel free to give me what's the word? Productive critique. All right. Okay. I'm not necessarily sure I'm digging all that, but let me go ahead and get that guitar in. Alright, so Ego's guitar is a dark blue. Yeah, this is actually a really powerful program. You could make an entire comic with this without anything else. You could just sit down with your Apple Pencil and your iPad or your Wacom or whatever and just start to finish. Never touch a physical piece of paper or ink or anything. Um, it has the desktop publishing end of it built into it. You can make it into ebooks. You can make it PDFs, whatever. You can even have it to where it sends the files directly to the printer for you. You know, it will do the pagination and everything. I haven't mastered drawing with it. Like I can ink and color with it, but I still find that it's easier for me to physically draw on paper and then scan it in. All right, the guitar. Let's name this one. All right. Okay. His guitar is blue, 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 blue. So let's try that. Saturation might be a little high on that, but let's see. No. If you notice that I don't use a lot of super bright, saturated colors, especially for Sweet Dreams because it's part of the story flavor. Like there's supposed to be something dark and muted about the world of Sweet Dreams. I'm about to come in and go back to the. Matter of fact, let's do that right now. All right, I'll have to figure that out. I'm not sure. Not sure why that's doing that. Let's. Maybe it's on the guitar layer. Yep, yep, yep. That it was. Okay, I'm gonna have to come back. I took all those frets and strings out of it, so I'm gonna have to come back and at least put the frets in. I don't think I'm gonna put strings on it. Um, that's gonna be a little bit of a theater for the mind there for the observer. It is a cartoon, so okay. The lightning bolts are a lighter blue, kind of in this spectrum. Yes. All right. Um, I've actually never nailed down a color for this. This little stylized rabbit here was actually the first icon logo for Charisma Kill Studios. Except it had two butcher knives under it. Actually, I think I have a T-shirt with the old logo on it. I guess I'll dig it out one day so everyone can have new T-shirts on the way with the logo that is here on at the bottom of the screen. Hi Naomi Gamings, how are you? Thanks for joining us. Doing some art today. Digital coloring. Oh, I'm doing good. Just chilling. Had a pretty busy day. Um, Working on an RPG book, as a matter of fact. Worked on it all day long. Ugh. And then needed to take a break. Right when I got close to saying I was done with the book, I saw that there was a couple of mistakes on some of the tables, so I had to redo all of that. All right, I've got to figure out what color I want to make this. Stay in the blue, but let's make it a little darker. Oops, I should have just used the magic wand. Like this whole image here on the guitar is actually maybe a quarter of an inch, probably less, but I'm going to fret with it. There we go. All right. You know, I should go ahead and do the fretboard, put the frets on there on the ink. So let's attempt to do that real fast. And like I'd mentioned before, if you are a guitar player, don't look at this guitar too hard because it is a cartoon guitar and I can't even tell you how many frets it's going to have. It's going to have more frets than a regular guitar, probably. That's all right. That means he can jump down on it and do some super face melting licks. There we go. I don't remember what. I used to have something that he had written on the guitar, but I don't remember what it was. I'll have to go back and dig out some of my other art. All right, so yeah, he's supposed to kind of be fretting like an E5 power chord, so that's close to it, I guess, or maybe that's an E7. I'm not sure. I mean, it's a cartoon. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go back to the guitar. And oh, you know what? I wanted to put some strings sticking up because you know. There you go. All right, back to the guitar layer. And like I had mentioned in the, I guess, what was it, the other night before last stream, in the comic, he really doesn't play the guitar at all. So he just starts off with the guitar. So, so you get to see him carrying the guitar. But yeah, book one is not really about the guitar. It's just his origin story. So, all right, let's color this fretboard. Let me go over and look at my guitar in the corner here. All right, let's go to the dark fretboard. All right, I think that'll work. I'm going to use this tool to make sure I get everything in there. So I modeled this guitar after a Jackson King V, specifically the Dave Mustaine Signature Series, which I used to own. Mine was a Starburst limited edition, number 128 of 300. That's right, only 300 ever made, and I owned number 128. Best guitar I ever owned. It was like butter, like butter. What happened to the guitar, you say? Oh, well, if you ask my son, who was like 4 years old at the time, ninjas burnt down the studio. That's right. Had a studio on the property here, and it caught fire. Boom, lost everything in there. Guitars. My friend had a just like $5,000 drum set, keyboards, bass guitars. Lost it all. All right. I guess I should add that I do art on my Twitch account. Oh, info instead of just saying video. Right now it just says I play Nintendo. But I actually enjoy doing the art better. Oh, than the video games. I should be using a circle ruler for that, but oh well. Yes. Oh, see, the story behind that had always been a joke that I had with my kids. That I would tell them, watch out, make sure ninjas don't get in here, or look out for the ninjas. And then on that day, we were sitting in the yard watching the firefighters douse it all out. And bless his little heart, he said, he came up and he's like, Dad, the ninjas got it. If it would have been a grown man, it would have been a grown man. If it would have been a grown man and not my son, I would have laid him the fuck out. Just pow. But because he was my son and he was like 4 years old, I actually had to stop and laugh. All right, the guitar strap. Let's get onto this guitar strap. All right, and these wristbands. He doesn't actually wear wristbands, but they're like sweatbands, and I got the idea from Scott Pilgrim. I thought it was pretty cool. Which, by the way, I read yesterday, Brian Lee O'Malley, for those of you who are familiar with the Scott Pilgrim manga and the whole story, Brian Lee O'Malley is producing Scott Pilgrim anime for Netflix. And I would be normally very, very scared. But it's actually the comic creator who's producing it. So I feel better about it. All right. Let's jump around. Let's do something with these zombies real fast. I've got a layer for zombies. So the comic is called Sweet Dreams Are Made of Worms because there are some zombies in it. It's not a zombie story, so it's not a zombie comic. It's just this main character, Ego, anthropomorphic rabbit. Whenever he goes to sleep or he's made unconscious somehow, knocked out, um, he goes into this mental state where um, he's in this world that is overrun by zombies, specifically trying to kill him. So it's more of like a psychological thing. The zombies are. All right. All right, zombie color. Let me lock this zombie ink layer. All right, let's find a good color for these zombies. Some kind of green, right? Got to be some kind of green. Some kind of yellowish, sickly green. Oh, I'm liking that. Let's see how that looks. Let's close up these gaps. Ooh, I was on the wrong layer. Good thing I locked that. Alright, I think that's closed down. Let's see. Oh, yeah. That's a good zombie color. I'm going to do all of the eyes on, whoops, a separate layer. Alright, can I capture all of this? I sure can. Boop. And can I capture all of this? Negative. Let's close in those gaps. There is an adjustment you can do. Alright, Diamond. See you later. Thanks for joining us. And I'll probably have something in the Discord for you tomorrow. Always a pleasure to have Diamond. Diamond and Bill. Oh, here's one. All right. All right. Let's close this in. I am going to change the color of those teeth, but I just want to make sure this is all closed in. All right. take care of this. All right, now we need some nasty zombie cheese. Let's grab a good yellow, a nice yellow that would remind you of something from a baby diaper. Oh, yeah, there you go. I think that's it. Well, shit. Went through the trouble to pick that and didn't lock it in. Alright, it's locked in now. I love doing zombie teeth. Zombie teeth and fingernails. I love doing. Get them all just rank and nasty. Alright. And of course this one's got some zombie juice coming out of its face. What color should zombie juice be? About a nasty bluish purple. A little on the darker side. Well, I mean, it works with color theory. Of course, I'll put some highlights and stuff on it to make it look nice and juicy, viscous. Okay, I'm gonna do the eyes on a separate layer, like I mentioned. Alrighty. Ooh, zombie legs. Must do zombie legs. Whoa, wrong color, Chief. Let's grab this green there. There you go. Fill in these little things. Alright, now, zombie pants. Zombie pants should be a brownish, muddy, nasty. Let's try that. Alright, I'll go with it. Looks good. Looks good. Right. Let's close in. Close in so I can use the fill tool. Alright. I see a problem. Let's go to zombie ink. Give it a black. Let's close this leg in. Mm-mm. All right, that'll do. Back to color. Whoops. Whoopsie. All right. Let's finish getting these nasty zombie pants colors. So I saw. I was watching. I had the television going on in the background earlier today while I was working, and I saw a show on Amazon called The Cleaner. It's pretty. It was pretty whack. Um, it's a BritBox show. Um, British humor. This guy cleans up crime scenes, and in every episode, he's at a new crime scene cleaning it, and he somehow gets wrapped up with somebody at the scene. Like the first episode, he actually got tied up with the murderer, but like the murderer had came back to the house to do something, and he was there cleaning. But it's a comedy. And then in the next episode, if I remember correctly, this guy's grandmother was sitting in front of the heater. They had this like fireplace. It looked like an old wood stove, but apparently it was gas. And she was sitting in her chair, and it exploded and blew her all over the place. And her grandson was a writer who was on a deadline trying to hurry up and write this book. So he didn't want to leave the house while the cleaner was cleaning, and they got into these numerous crazy arguments and debates about a whole range of things. Like I said, it was very, very very British comedy. All right, I lacked some details on that zombie's arm, so I should go back and put it in. Actually, let's take a look at the original. See what kind of detail I had in it when I first drew it. Oh yeah, I had some nasty in it. Well, let's go ahead and. So, this was actually a drawing that I did for Inktober 2015. As you can see down here. Boom! I just scanned it in to get some digital ink practice and some color practice. Oh, and I read that Bob Saget had passed away today. Bizarre news you don't expect. All right. Oops. All right, that's cool. Let's turn off this original. All right, so we are past our hour mark. I'm gonna go a little further past the hour. I'm all right. I'm all right with it. Get this other zombie in. Maybe I should do a different color nasty. How about more over into the yellow nasty? Let's try that. Whoa, wrong layer. Don't want that to happen. Let's go and lock that bad boy. Alright. Okay, I'm good with it. I'm happy with it. Let's go. Alright. Now I'm going to have to close in some of these gaps. Oh, and I've been waiting to get to this one too. So there's all those juicy, rotten intestines there and little spinal cord. By the way, this zombie was inspired by the zombie in Return of the Living Dead that they pulled in through the window when the zombies were busting down the getting into the funeral home, and they latched it down to a table and they were interrogating it, and they're like, why do you eat brains? Because it takes away the pain. What pain? The pain of being dead. One of my favorite movies of all time. Alright. I'm just gonna go ahead and capture all this. And pop it. Alright. Because I know that I'm gonna have trouble here. So I don't know if it's showing up for you, but I'm using the lasso select tool. Alright. I think the wand tool will pick that up. And was I right? No. Cancel that. Let's try it one more time. No, will not. So close in some of these gaps. So, Naomi Gaming, what kind of games do you play? If you're still there. Let's get these color in these fingers. Alright, that should take care of those gaps. I've never played BioShock. Guess I need to. There's a lot of games that I need to play. Like, other than some Nintendo, I think Badlands. Is it Badlands? Yeah, it's Badlands, right? Oh, I play Minecraft. I play a Minecraft. A lot of Minecraft. I used to stream Minecraft, as a matter of fact. One of my friends actually saw how many hours that I spent one year playing Minecraft, and he was flabbergasted. He was like, "You know that you spent as many hours playing Minecraft this year that someone would normally invest into a part-time job." And I was like, I believe it. I believe it. I've been playing around with the new caves and cliffs. Well, I play Minecraft on Switch. I enjoy it. All right. Just the other day, I had spent like several days going through my world looking for an azalea tree. I had to go far, far, far out. Well, you know how it is from all the chunks that I had previously loaded. But I finally found, I started a new world and I found three azalea trees. Like on the same map that, on the same map that Spawn was on. Oh, cool. So you do like the modern stuff. It's one day I'm gonna have to stream some more Minecraft. I had a couple projects I was working on while I was streaming. Like I was building a jungle village, and I was building a village in the sky, and I don't know. I need to finish it. I was saving it all for the stream. I gotta hook the Elgato back up. Yes, I love playing Minecraft. All right, time for the guts. Let's make them like a good lime green. Thank you. Yes, I'm a cartoon illustrator, so I don't do a lot of your traditional comic art. Um, I just prefer cartooning.
Just listen. That's the way computers talk to each other.
All right, now. So all the comics that I do are cartoony. Um, the stories are serious, so it's like this juxtaposition between the cartoon image and the themes of the narrative. Yep, I'm gonna save those eyes. Bones. Get some bone color in there. I've tried pastels before. Um, I've had oil pastels and the chalk pastels. Wasn't that great at them. I guess I could have been if I stayed practicing them, but I like the colors you can achieve with pastels and the texture of the colors. All right. All right. I'm trying to determine how much further I want to do tonight. This might be a good place to call it for the night. Yep. All right. So I've got an early day tomorrow. I've got to get back to some art for a book that I'm writing. So I think I'm going to go ahead and call it now. Um, doing thank everyone who has joined me tonight. Naomi Gamings and let's see, Kojak Mech Streaming and looks like RB Plays may have been in, and of course Diamond Anvil. Thank you guys for joining and keeping me company while I do my art. And I don't know if I'll be back on tomorrow night. Probably won't be back on Tuesday night, but maybe tomorrow or Wednesday. But again, thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye.